Welcome back to the CubanMarleyVR channel. As always, I'm dropping exclusives after exclusives like this is a mixtape. So, without further ado, I'm not going to say what I'm playing, but just keep looking at the screen. You'll know what game I'm getting into. That's right. Geez, I wonder what CubanMarleyVR is playing. All right. This looks very interesting. So, this time I'm not going to put it down in the description as far as where you could go get it. If you know, you know. But I will say, pretty good for a project. So, about to go check this out real quick. Look a little bit of the gameplay. I've been wanting like a bounty hunter Star Wars for VR for a long time. Play as a Mandalorian.
You've always been one to honor a contract, and the Guild's seen you pull off jobs that make a Hutt's slime curdle. I've got a situation brewing in the West Quarter, and it's uglier than a bantha's backside. Pirates.
Wait, hold up.
Not just any pirates. These are Weequay raiders, holed up in the old Tabana refinery out past the sand flats. They've turned it into their own little fiefdom, hitting our trade routes harder than a crate dragon on a spice binge. They've got ion cannons, stolen from an Imperial remnant depot, and enough concussion grenades to level half of Navarro's bazaar. They've been raiding our convoys moving through the Dune Sea, hitting anything that ain't nailed down. Last week, they blasted a land speeder caravan to slag, left nothing but charred duracrete and bodies. Vol's got a command post in the refinery's old control tower.
Nice.
Likes to lord over his little empire from up high. Watch for tripwires. They booby-trap the perimeter with thermal detonators. Clear out those pirates, and I'll throw in a case of spatchka for you.
On this game when he does the updates. What?
This is the way.